So we'll chat a minute here just about the very Necronomicon itself. So we got this paperback edition. This one I picked up, I think this is probably the millionth paperback one. These, by the way, have a tendency to walk out of your house, and do not lend it out if you ever want to see it again. Same with LeVay books. These in the Avon must be just raking it in. So this one actually, I picked this. This is the 48th printing since '77. It's $7.99 paperback. I think the used one that I picked up once was like $2.95 or $3.95. I forget how much it really ran when it first came out. But this interesting thing about this book, you can find this book you are more likely to find this book at a Barnes & Noble or a mainstream bookseller than you will at a traditional Wiccan, New Age, pagan outlet. A lot of, I guess, controversy about this book. It seems that, not only do you usually have to get it from behind the counter because it's a high theft item, but a lot of people just don't want the responsibility of selling this book. Or they think it's a pile of crap, I don't know. So, but after this book came out, it became a huge underground thing to undergo the self-initiation process outlined in Necronomicon. And for nearly 2 decades, that's what we had. And then, grab it here. And then, Dead Names came out a few years back, and it was something that was, I guess, planned for a long time, but in the process of it, it ended up answering a lot of the controversy that was aroused by the Harmon Gaunt's Necronomicon files, of which they were pretty critical towards me also, and just towards the Necronomicon in general. Fans of the Necronomicon, from the Lovecraftian perspective, tend to be some of the biggest critics of Simon's Necronomicon. But in Dead Names, it actually goes through a lot of the history behind what had actually happened and the story behind it. Curiously, too, you just happen to be on a channel where we happen to have put up a interview with Peter Levinda, between Peter Levinda and Tracy Twyman, which actually you might as well, it goes hand in hand with Dead Names, and is an incredible story. And we have a 1 hour interview on this channel, divided up. Most people seem to have a hard time with their attention spans because they think it's never going to get around to the Necronomicon, but that chunk is actually a part 2 of a whole nother chunk, and yada yada. But even in the edited form, we seem to have a hard time getting people to get through the whole thing sometimes on YouTube. But if not YouTube, it's Plus Ultra Podcast. So one way or the other, I do strongly recommend listening to it. Especially this month is celebrating the 31st anniversary of the Necronomicon's publication, and it's something that the Mardukite Ministries and the Mardukites we're kind of all jived about too, and of course has actually been why we've been doing this. Actually, we ended up doing 50 Be a Wizard interviews before we finally get into this about the Necronomicon again, which was between the Necronomicon and Abramelin where all this started. So I do recommend checking that out for more information on the Necronomicon, Dead Names in the background and whatnot. As far as Wizard's Guides, between Merlyn's Magick and Arcanum, we tried to clarify a lot of points and kind of offer some suggestions here and there, but probably the best and I have no problems, referring readers to it, because it's the best supplement to go with the Necronomicon. And we have a Mardukite sticker on. We have our Enki's logo on this copy, but the Necronomicon, the Gates of the Necronomicon by Simon, came out shortly after Dead Names. And let me tell you, this book is worth its weight in gold to anyone who is interested in the Necronomicon system. So, I mean, between the Necronomicon and Gates of the Necronomicon, you're good to go. And as far as supplemental information on metaphysics and the practice of magic or whatnot, well, these Be a Wizard interviews are always here for you. And then, as I say, we covered this system pretty well too in Arcanum and Merlyn's Magic, and it was in doing so that we got some popularity from Harms and Gaunts and the Necronomicon files. So, as far as supplemental research, you've got me, and you've got Simon back doing things again. He's since also come out with his version of the Red Dragon Grimoire and Papal Magic. So there's other stuff that he's doing too, which is just awesome. Most specifically, though, for the 31st anniversary, and one of the things that Necronomicon encourages its initiates to do is to come up with their own handwritten copy that they use for personal use. And you're normally not supposed to show this out, but it's good and protected now. I found this little blank book. It's black. I actually carved in with a ballpoint pen the symbol, and then took a silver marker and went through it. But it is a handwritten copy of the Necronomicon that I made personal for myself. Fits in my pocket and can come incredibly handy. If that doesn't do it for you, and you should make one of your own anyways, this, finally, the 31st anniversary edition, a hardcover for wizards everywhere that is finally affordable. I mean, the original hardcovers, they were, not so bad when they came out, but they were in limited print run, and I mean, you're looking between $3 to $6 to upward of even $1,000 to try and find them on the web. But this just came out, actually. This was released, well, technically its release was this month. If you pre-ordered it, I mean, most of us got ours last month. But it's a hardcover edition of the Necronomicon as it's found in the paperback, but it is actually a nice edition where you can actually hold it open and feel like you're a wizard doing the work. A lot of the grief that a lot of people had was, how is it that this is less than $5 at one point and is what it is? Well, fine, go spend the $1.25 on the hardcover. However, you could also get it at Amazon and save yourself a little bit. Support someone that actually puts it on their shelf, but I guarantee you won't find it on many shelves. If they have to order it and you got to order it anyways, save yourself some money in this economy.